mga master. Ngayon magre-review tayo regarding sa police report writing, Police report writing. Gaya ng nakikita nyo sa inyong screen. Mag-uumpisa tayo sa definition. Police report writing is considered technical writing, and as such, you will need to develop special skills and techniques. It is the backbone of criminal investigation and prosecution. Quite literally, the success of a police operations depends upon the quality of your reports and your ability to write effectively. We rely on written reports to relay information to our superiors, co-workers, the courts, and numerous other agencies. Introduction. Technical report writing as a means of communication and is readily, cheaply, and effectively available at all of us if we know how to do it. Communication is necessity among human beings, and more so in our modern civilization now. It is also very important that official letters from the government officials and employees should be done economically, effectively, and correctly. It is just as important that business and social letters in the private sectors, including your personal letters, be written. Written communication is the most difficult to master. Bakit sinasabing written communication? Sabi niya dito the most difficult to master. Kasi nga sabi dito, you always disclose something about yourself in your writing. Typically, you disclose your ability to organize information, your educational level, and your technical experience. Definition. Communication. Defined as use of language, spoken or written, to exchange ideas or transfer information. The transfer of information or ideas from one person to another includes the transmission and receipt of a message to effect some type of action or change. Ano naman ang report writing? Report writing is a communication that lends itself to a useful tool for people in a free society to express their thoughts and ideas and to obtain what they need or want. What is a report? A report is a detailed account of an event, situation, etc., usually based on observation or inquiry. Reporting is knowingly passing along information to someone else. Fact. Fact is anything which either through carefully observation or investigation has been proven to exist as to have happened. Next, note-taking. A brief notation concerning specific events that are recorded while fresh in your mind and used to prepare a report. Note-taking. Chronological order. Arrangement of events and or actions in order by the time of their occurrence. Kailangan, pag gumagawa tayo ng report, dapat umpisahan natin doon sa pinakauna. Kung halimbawa, nag-umpisa siya ng alas 7 ng umaga, yung ilalagay natin doon sa report natin, alas 7 muna. Hindi yung ilalagay natin is halimbawa 7:30 na yung 7:30 yung nagbabarilan kunwari. Pero 7 AM nagkaroon sila ng confrontation. Ilalagay natin is nagbabarilan muna bago yung confrontation. Well, is mali yun. Dapat from time to time dapat sunod-sunod yung report natin, yung nakasulat dun sa report natin by the time of their occurrence. paragraph is a group of sentences that tells about the one topic. The topic sentence tells what the sentences in the paragraph are all about. Paragraphing is a method of alerting the reader to shift and focus of the report. Next, started. A well-written report increases the chances of a suspect being charged, and it increases the chance you will have to testify. Ang sabi dito? Sabi niya, ang written report daw, pinapalaki niya yung chance na yung suspect ay ma-charge at binababa niya yung chansang yung police officer natin hindi na kailangan mag-testify kasi nga doon pa lang sa police report, doon pa lang sa written report, ano na, parang concluded na yung nangyari. And next, if it's not on paper, it didn't happen. Dapat yung kung ano yung nasa report natin, dapat kung ano lang yung nangyari. Kung hindi nangyari, dapat hindi natin nilalagay sa ating report. So, pagka tinignan siya ng pag ginawa siyang reference, it means kapag wala doon sa report, wala, hindi yun nangyari. Parang ganun yung ano nun. Next, gather all the facts, actions, put them on paper. 3x5 cards work really well. List date, the time, on the fact of action. Parang magte-take note kayo niyan. Take note nyo yung kung ano yung nangyayari. Next, better to include the information than to later realize it was important. Do not include theories, conjecture, or planned activity. You are a neutral observer and reporter of facts. Don't leave things out you feel will hurt your case, or it will. Defense attorneys get paid to discredit police officers. Attacking your police report is the easiest way to do that. Everything you write is subject to disclosure. Next, when the case comes to trial, a year from now, your report suddenly becomes your only hope of remembering what you did or didn't do that led to the report. Alam naman natin yung justice system sa Pilipinas, minsan umaabot na ng taon yung hearing. Ngayon, kung sa tagal-tagal ng panahon hindi naman natin marirecall lahat. Pero pag tinignan mo yung written report mo, pag nakita mo yung police report mo, marirecall mo siya kasi nga, yung mga nakasaad doon sa police report, yung facts lang, yung mga totoong nangyari nung time na yun. Next. 5 W's in 1 H. Isang 5 whiskey in 1 hotel. Ito yung mga essential components ng ating report. Dapat yung limang to dapat yung 5 W sa isang H dapat nasa report natin. Number 1 is who. Kung sino-sino yung involved. Sabihin na natin, patayan. Kung sino yung pumatay, kung sino yung pinatay. Dapat nasa report natin kung sino yung nandun sa area, kung pwede natin banggitin. Dapat lagay natin lahat sa report natin na dapat nandun. What? Dapat alam natin ano ba yung insidente, ano yung nangyari, what, when, kailan ito nangyari, exact time and date dapat pag sinasabing when, where, exact location kung saan nangyari, be specific sa lugar. Kung sabihin na natin, for example, yung nangyari is sa barangay poblasyon, ganitong street, pero nilagay mo sa report mo is nilagay mo lang is Muntinlupa. Ang laki-laki ng Muntinlupa. Dapat specific natin yung kung saan nangyari yung yung ginagawa natin ng report. Why? Dito na natin kung ano yung mga dahilan, why, and how. Paano nangyari. Ito nga. Pag who is involved, the victim, the witness, the suspect, reporting officer, and the complainant. Who? What happened? Kung ano nangyari. Lagay natin yung events, injuries, property description, action of suspects, victims, witnesses, and the police officer na nagresponde. Evidence, full description just like on evidence tag. When, gaya ng sinasabi ko, when dapat nakalagay yung date. Kompleto dapat yung date. Dapat kung anong araw, kung anong buwan, kung anong taon. Time. Either military or AM/PM. Sabihin na natin 9:47 AM and 9:47 PM or the military type ng yung 09:47 hours. Yun. Almost always a good start for paragraph. Ayun, nakikita naman natin sa mga report na nababasa natin. Malimit talaga nag-uumpisa sa date and time. Sabi na that on or about, ganito ganyan. Juan de la Cruz. Ganyan. Next, where, legal description. Kailangan yung address, city, state. In the zip code, sometimes important to add legal jurisdiction, country, or judicial district. Kailangan specific yung natin, yung address, kung saan talaga siya nangyari. Why? Why? Nandun dapat yung motive. Bakit? Bakit mo sinaksak? Bakit mo pinatay? Bakit mo binaril? Bakit mo ni-rape? Yan. Only if known conclusively. This information would have to come from the suspect, since he or she is the only person who knows conclusively why he or she did the crime. Most of the time, nanggagaling to sa statement ng suspect. Although minsan, sinasabi nila, ang dami ng speculation kaagad. Sabi dun sa crime scene, sabi nila, bakit niya pinagtataga? Kasi ganito ganyan. Sabi ni kapitbahay, ganito ganyan. Kanina kasi ganito ganyan. Ang sabi dito, this information would have to come from the suspect. Sabi niya. Next. 5 rules of narrative report. Narrative, police report writing. It must be first person. Past tense. It must be in active voice. Active voice, i-explain natin yan next explanation natin kung ano yung active voice, kung ano yung first person. Chronological order. Alam na natin kung ano yung chronological order. Dapat sunod-sunod by time. Short, clear, concise, and concrete words. Next. When writing the report, identify yourself as I. Ito na yun. Ito pala, may explanation pala dito yung first person. I or me, usually preceded by the date and time. Kaya gagamit ng we. Or the. Or we must. Kasi nga, ikaw yung gumagawa ng report, kaya kailangan gagawin mo siya, umpisan mo siya ng I, me, or ikaw mismo. Ganyan, I was dispatched. I arrived. I saw the prime marks. I interviewed Baker. Sergeant Wilson gave me the pistol. I found the marijuana. Officer Smith and I booked Edwards. Past tense. Since the events have already happened, when you write a report, it is quite proper to write about them as past events. When quoting someone who is telling you something, you should still use the past tense for the speaker. Kailangan, pag gumawa tayo ng report, kailangan in past tense. Kasi nga, yung event na yun is tapos na. Ginawa mo yung report na yun after ng incident. Hindi tayo pwedeng gumawa ng report before the incident. Hindi yun ganoon. Gagawin mo yung report mo, hindi pa nangyayari yung ano. Or, ginagawa mo na kagad yung report mo. Sa bilis ng paggawa mo ng report, nangyayari yung incident, ginagawa mo na yung report mo. Hindi pwede yun. Kailangan, habang nangyayari, take note lang tayo. Take note. Para pag ginawa natin yung report, madali natin magagawa. Kasi nga, yung mga facts, yung 5Ws in 1H, nandun na. Kukopyahin na lang natin. Ganyan dito, when quoting someone who is telling you something, you should still use the past tense of the speaker. Ganyan, kapag nagkakandak tayo ng interview dun sa mga parang mag-gather tayo ng facts, yung kapag nagko-quote tayo is kailangan yung sinasabi ng speaker kailangan nasa form din ng past tense yung verb. So ganyan, I found the evidence. Found. Yung diba yung found is find. Find, ang past tense is found. I watch the intersection. Sergeant Smith and I went to the address. I saw the drugs. So, I see. Past tense is saw. I arrested Edwards. Arrest. Past tense niya is arrested. Process. Sketch. Smith told me the suspect said. Ganyan. Pag kinukot natin yung said, sabi niya said. Usually preceded by the date and time. Active voice. Ito yung sinasabing active voice. The active voice is the way or writing that shows who is doing an action, as opposed to the passive that shows who is having something done to them. The writer tells who is doing a particular action or thing before telling you the action or thing. Active voice usually saves words. We tend to forget the who when we fall into the habit of using the passive voice. A bag of marijuana was found in the truck. Passive yan yung active voice. Ang voice, dalawa kasi yan. May passive voice saka active voice. Pag active voice, naka-form siya na nauna yung subject. Tapos verb, then predicate. Kapag sa passive voice, usually, nanguna si predicate bago yung subject. Active voice, ganyan. I wrote the report. I wrote the report. The report was written by me. I arrested Brown. Pag passive, Brown was arrested by me. We found the gun in the truck. The gun was found in the truck by me. I interviewed Brown, who said. Brown was interviewed by me, who said. Diba? Mas mahaba siya pagka yung passive voice. Pag active voice, mas maiksi lang siya. Ito yung chronological order na sinasabi. Starting with the date and time in how you got involved is always a good start to a report. Sabi niya. On date and time. I was dispatched to. Napapansin natin sa mga report natin is nakalagay. Minsan is on or about. Bakit natin ginagawa yung on or about? Dapat ang nakalagay nga sa report natin is dapat nandun tayo sa location. Dapat hindi tayo ang sinasabi nga sa report, dapat you are 100% true kung ano yung nilalagay natin sa report. Pero pag niyang nilalagay natin is on or about, pwede naman natin gawing on. On is the exact date and time. Kaya dito sa example na to, on date and time, I was dispatched to blah 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 while en route dispatch advice. So, sabi niya, on date and time or time, I arrive at the location. Sabi niya, Magdaong, Poblacion, Muntinlupa City, I observed. On date and time, while on routine patrol, I saw ito, yung una is address, yung pangalawa is the location, pangatlo is I saw, ano itong pangatlo, heard, was told, smelled. Doon na tayo sa pang-apat. On date in time, I received, found, seized. On date in time, I interviewed. On date in time, I arrested, searched. On date in time, I ate a jelly donut and it was really good. Chronological order makes it easier for management and the prosecutor to follow the sequence of your action. It is very important to remember the record not only your action but when you did them. Pocket notebooks are essential for this process. Pocket notebook. Okay, yung iba, ang tawag dito is stickler. Malimit na naririnig natin yan sa mga kasamahan natin sa security. Mga security guard. Pag nag-inspection yung mga inspectors, nahanap, especially yung license. Pangalawa is hinahanap yung kung may ballpen, may tickler. Saan ba ginagamit ang tickler? Ginagamit kasi ang tickler kapag may event. Ano ba, may nangyaring insidente. Hindi naman bihira yung mga tao na may photographic memory. Yung sinasabi na kahit hindi na mag-note. Pagka lang, parang na-figure out na ng utak nila kung ano yung mga nakikita nila. Kahit di mo na ino-note is may-recall mo siya kagad. Mas maganda pag may tickler, may pocket notebooks, para doon natin ilista kung ano yung mga nangyayari during the incident. Ito, ano yung sinasabing short, clear, concise, and concrete words. Sabi dito, we are not trying to impress anyone with our command of the English language. Kailangan simple lang, short lang, concise, dapat malinaw. Next is, sabi dito, we are writing to report facts. Avoid abstract words, words that could have multiple applications in the context of a sentence. Use concrete words, words that have clear, unequivocal meaning, leaving little or no room for misinterpretation. Kailangan gumamit tayo ng mga words na hindi siya nagkakaroon ng confusion doon sa sa nagbabasa. Yan na. Detected, found. Yung abstract word, ito yung ginagamit minsan. Contacted. Imbis na contacted, ang lalagay natin meet with. Pwede naman nating nakipagkita. Contacted, detected, found, saw, smelled, observe. Proceed. Kung proceed, pwede naman natin ilagay na I went. Pumunta ako. Observe. Observe. Lagay natin saw, nakita. Indicated. Showed, told. Sinabi. Advice. Told. I told her, advised her. So, ilalagay natin sa report natin para maging concise or short. Told. Told na lang lagay natin. Weapon. Lagay na lang natin specific na weapon. Kung baril ba yan. O kutsilyo. Ganyan. Demonstrated. Showed. Demonstrated. Other rules. Minimize the use of abbreviation. If uncommon abbreviation are used, the entire word or words first, followed by the abbreviation in parentheses. Ganito. Western Police District. Sabi niya, if uncommon abbreviations are used, use the entire word or words first, followed by the abbreviation in parentheses. Common abbreviation are okay. Sabi niya dito, as soon as possible, ASAP. PA, states. PA, white male. W/male, white male. Also known as aka date of birth, DOB. Man in uniform, MNU. Other rules. Use the names. Use the full name, and if appropriate, the title the first time a name is used. Ganyan. Kung Mr., lalagay natin Mr. Kung ano naman siya, kung police officer, sabi niya, ay ganyan, nakalagay dito, Special Agent, PO3 Citas, Quiroba Landicho, MPA. Pag doktor, lagyan natin doktor. Pag engineer, engineer. Pag nurse, lagyan natin nurse. Ganito, ganyan. Pag pag citizen naman na walang ilagay natin Mr. or Miss or Mrs. After first use, then use the last name only. Ilalagay natin kapag nilagay na natin doon sa report natin, sa halimbawa sa first paragraph, lalagay natin yung last name ay sa yung full name. Sa next na statement natin, wag na natin ilagay yung buo, lalagay na lang natin yung last name. Suspects. Sabi dito, ang mga suspects ay pangalan ng mga suspect ay laging naka all caps. Malinaw yun. Dapat naka all caps. If two person have the same last name, then you must use the full name each time. Kapag may, halimbawa, magkapatid o magkamag-anak, parehas sila ng last name. Kung ilalagay mo yung gaya dun sa yung nakalagay dun sa bullet 2, ilalagay mo is last name lang, magkakaroon ng confusion kung sino talaga yung tinutukoy mo dun sa report mo. Kaya ang nakalagay sa rule, dapat ilalagay mo na lang ng buo, yung buong pangalan niya, first name, and then followed by the last name. If you know the person's name at the time you're writing the report, use the name as if you knew it at the time of the action. Not, hindi daw, I saw the suspect later, identified as Smith, driving in an erratic manner. Kung kilala mo na yung huwag mo na ilalagay na later identified. Lalagay mo na kagad na kung kilala mo siya. Kung sabihin mo si Juan de la Cruz, sabihin mo na, I saw Juan de la Cruz driving in an erratic manner. Ganun na kagad. Next. Avoid investigation or police jargon. Fred. 1020. Direct quotes. Use direct quotes only for the words attributed to suspects. A suspect makes an admission or confession. Summarize what each person told you and describe their demeanor. Also describe injuries. If they use slang, identify the term in common language. Mechanical elements of the descriptions. Yung mga halimbawa, addresses, streets, address, city, state, the zip code, telephone number, the area code, and the number. Date of birth, list the date followed by the age, and parentheses, like for example, July 13, 1943 is open parentheses, and the age will be in parentheses followed after the date. The suspect or the witness, the victim description, ilagay natin yung place or sex na sabi natin women or man, date of birth or the age, ganyan lang, ganyan dapat ang para siya short and precise. Suspect, add the height, the weight, the color of hair, scars or clothing, kung ano man yung mga palatandaan sa kanya, ilagay natin dun sa report. Naman tayo sa 5 steps of report or the technical report writing. Interviewing, first step in the process. Note taking, at the basis of the report. Organizing and planning. If your report is properly organized and planned, it will be clear, easy to read, understandable, and concise. Writing the narrative, you have now reached the final stage in the preparation of the report. Proofreading. The last thing to ask yourself when proofreading are as follows: is this report the best thing I can do? Is there anything else I can do? Would I want to read it to the chief of police? Objective of technical report or report writing. In your reports, objective means you weren't influenced by emotion or prejudice. Writing is fair, impartial, and not opinionated. Your report can lose objectivity because of poor word usage, slang and jargon, omission of facts, and uncontrolled personal feelings. You maintain your objectivity by using non-emotional words, including both sides of the story, and remaining a professional during all investigations. 3 elements of paragraphing. Unity. Preserve the unity of the paragraph. Develop single topic, the key sentence. Coherence. Makes it easy for the reader to follow facts and events. It reflects clear thinking of a report writer. Development. Paragraph should adequately develop. The first step is to consider the central idea and include relevant facts, details, or evidence. Explore and explain the causes of an event or motive of the suspect. Purpose of the written report: to preserve knowledge, to provide accurate details, to aid the personnel in other agencies, and the last one is to coordinate the activities within the organization. Seven qualities of a good report writing. A good report. 7 qualities of good report. 1 is accurate, exact, conformity to fact. Walang walang error. Clear. The language and format must be simple and to the point. Avoid using words that can have double meanings, slang, jargon, and unnecessary abbreviations. Complete. A report must answer the 5 W's and 1 H. The who, the what, the when, where, why, and how questions. Ibig sabihin ng concise, report says as much as possible in as few words as possible. Elimination of unnecessary words does not mean short. Must be factual. Fact is something that has been objectively verified and is presented objectively. Avoid opinion. Conclusion and especially the hearsay. Objective. Always two sides of every story and both sides have the right to tell, collect and report the facts in an objective and professional manner. Prompt. The most important task you will be routinely assigned. Your reports must be completely in timely manner. Your reports must be completed as soon as possible. 6 requisites of good investigation report. The accuracy. The report should be true representation of the facts to the best of the investigator's ability. Must be verified. Completeness. The questions 5 W's and 1 H should be answered. Brevity. Irrelevant or unnecessary materials should be omitted. Wag na idagdag. Fairness. The investigator should take the facts as he finds them. And if ever he has theories, it must be consistent with these facts. Form and style. The arrangement of the materials presented should be in a manner which will make the report easy to read. 6 is prompt. The report must be completed in a timely manner. 3 purposes of an investigation report. Record. The report provides permanent official record of relevant information obtained in the course of investigation. Leads. Provides other investigators with the information necessary to further advance their own investigation. Prosecution action. The report is a statement of facts on which designated authorities may base a criminal, corrective, or disciplinary action. 2 types of report writing. Forms of affidavit. Forms of affidavit. Questions and answer type. It is preferably to the narrative. It is easier to develop or prove the essential elements of an offense through questions and answers. Void leading question. Suggest the witness or accused the answers which the investigator desires in misleading question. Assume as true a fact not yet testified to by the witness or suspect. Narrative type. Affidavit is a form of a statement made in a narrative style, usually started with a solicit, abbreviated as SS from the Latin word sire, and licit is permitted to know and translated to wit, or namely memorandum or the memoranda. is a type of communication later. Inter-office communication is a common practice in the police service dealing with official matters. The PNP, when communicating outside the organizations as the Office of the President, Department of Secretaries, Provincial Governors, the PNP purely civilian letter. These two types of communication has different forms and appearance. Sworn statement. Sworn statement refers to a written statement voluntarily executed under by any person, suspect, or a witness, which may be taken in a question and answer format or in a narrative format. Affidavit is an ex parte statement in writing and sworn to or affirmed before some person legally authorized to administer an oath or affirmation for parts of the affidavit is the venue, place where affidavit was taken. The body, facts stated of an affidavit must be positively. Signature of the affiant. Proper place of the signature is below the body of the affidavit. Jurat. Part of the affidavit in which the officer certifies that the instrument was sworn to before him. For jurat is subscribed and sworn to before me. Endorsement. Endorsement is a reply or a forwarding statement usually added to a letter. In the different line of government agencies, there is a standing operating procedure, or the SOP, in paragraphing in an endorsement text. Communication being sent by endorsement to a superior office is always respectfully forwarded or respectfully submitted. And if sent to an office of equal rank, it is respectfully transmitted. Routing slip. The routing slip is primarily aimed in transmitting papers from office to office within the headquarters or from branch to branch within an office. It's never used to forward papers to an agency outside headquarters. Police blotter. Police blotter is a record of daily events occurring within the territories, jurisdiction of a given police unit or command. Contains material detail concerning the event for legal and statistical purposes. Therefore, police blotter is an informational record book. Nakikita nyo yan sa mga presinto. Pag nag-file kayo ng complaint, may mga logbook yan sila, doon nila sinusulat yun. Doon nila sinusulat yung mga information doon sa, ang tawag nila doon is blotter logbook. Complaint and information. Complaint is a sworn statement charging a person with an offense, subscribed by the offended party, any peace officer, or other public officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated. Sabi dito, sworn statement charging a person of an offense, subscribed by the offended party, agrabyado, peace officer, or public officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated. Kung may na-violate tayong batas, yun, pwede yung peace officer ang nag-ano or yung public officer. Information is an accusation in writing charging a person with an offense, subscribed by the prosecutor and filed with the court. Excuse me. Another report. Spot report refers to an immediate initiative investigative or incident report addressed to higher headquarters pertaining to the commission of the crime, occurrence of natural or man-made disaster, or unusual incidents involving loss of lives and damage to properties. After operation report may be rendered after any successful police or operation that yield to the arrest of any member or some members of syndicated crime group after ng operation or raid. Coordination report is used as means of a formal coordination to be made by the investigating agency with the police unit or military unit having operational jurisdiction over the place where a police case operation shall be conducted. Background investigation report. This intelligence report is very important in rendering the result of a background investigation in any newly designated or appointed or assigned personnel of a uniform unit. It involves record check and neighborhood check regarding the personal background, present activities, previous criminal records, and behavior. E-Blatter. Presents accuracy in crime data, documentation, reliability, and storage for quick reference and hassle-free transmission of data to the end recipient of all police reports at the Philippine National Police. Okay, thank you guys. Good luck and may God bless us always.